All right. This week I'm joined by Evan Berke, who is my co-host on my wrestling podcast, Spandex Stand-Ups. Check him out on Instagram at Evan Berke. Evan, what tale from the road do you have for me this week?
Oh man, this one probably goes back to like 2011.
Oh, I love it. This is early days of Evan Berke comedy, huh?
Still in college, and I was fraternity president of AE Pi, the Jewish fraternity.
All right.
And I had been going to all these like national conventions and conclaves, like, things I was required to. And, while I was in college, I was doing a lot of comedy. So I would go to and I was putting on philanthropy events for my fraternity, like comedy shows while I was in college.
Okay.
So we would, rent out an improv theater, sell tickets, donate all the money to the charity and stuff. So when we'd go to these conclaves and conferences, they'd be like, what philanthropy events are you guys doing? What type of fundraisers? And we did one called Splash Bash, which was amazing, where we would fill water bottles with water paint. Everyone would get a white t-shirt.
Okay, yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah.
That was one of our staples. But I was like, we're also doing these comedy shows. So I met these guys at William and Mary College.
Okay.
In, what is that, Williamsburg,
Is that
Virginia?
Yeah.
And they booked me to come up there and do a show. And at the time, I was, doing a lot of shows with Dusty Slay.
Okay.
We were both
Early
living
days.
in Charleston at the time, kind of early days. And this was around a time where I would, kind of book these random road gigs and then be like, hey, Dusty, you want to come come along? And so we went to do this show for this fraternity. And, they told us that, they would have a place for us to crash at the frat house. And we were getting paid decently well.
Okay.
So we were like, well, let's just get the money and we don't need a hotel. If they can provide us with a place to crash, that'd be cool. Well, after, we're supposed to sleep at the frat house, but then after the show, they decide to have a party at the frat house.
Of course.
And the place where we're supposed to be sleeping is just now kind of being occupied by people just having a blast. And,
enjoying themselves.
And, I'm still in college at the time, so I'm like kind of down for this or whatever. Dusty's obviously, a bit older at the time, so he's kind of like, let's...
I don't know.
So a couple of the fraternity brothers decide that they're like, hey, you guys can go to our apartment and post up in the living room and sleep, and that'll be fine. So we're like, cool, thanks, So they give us the keys, they give us the apartment information. We go over there, and we end up kind of getting all settled up in their living room area. Like, we're kind of sleeping on the couches, like, and the floor. Like, we just kind of figured it out. And then, a couple of hours later, they come back with...
Oh, God.
2 women, each of them. Each of these roommates come back with a girl, and then they decide to sit in the living room and want to watch a movie with us. And so then Dusty, we're sleeping, we're passed out. These guys get back, and then next thing you know, we have to do that thing where we sit up so that they can sit on the couch, and it's 2 or 3 in the morning, and we're just God, and then we just watch this movie, and then. Eventually, everybody kind of went to sleep. We woke up the next morning. We had Dusty and I rolled out. I think we ended up having Shoney's, which was terrible. And then I got back to Charleston. Both of us had gigs that night. I think he was doing a gig called Stand Up Get Down, and I was hosting at the Music Farm for Afro Man that night.
That's fantastic.
We got no sleep.
No sleep.
The show itself was quite a bit of fun. It was in a college. Kind of like a college lecture hall.
Okay.
And that was kind of a wild. That was a bit more.
Do you remember?
One.
Were you too sleepy, or do you remember what movie y'all had to watch?
Oh my gosh, what movie was it? I feel like it was a Will Ferrell movie. I don't remember
Step
what
Brothers?
movie it was. It felt like Step Brothers or something.
I feel like that's a Step Brothers situation.
It felt like
for
Step
sure.
Brothers. So we were just like, what is going on, Michael? All we wanted to do was go to sleep, and we didn't know why these guys wanted to sit next to us and watch this movie with these girls. And we had been on the road, so we couldn't have smelled good. We had, hadn't showered.
That's my favorite, man. Is getting off the road and getting that shower. Oh, it's the best.
Yeah, no, we weren't using any of these showers. I mean, so many places we've stayed at were just disgusting.
Oh, no doubt.
So that's That's one of the more memorable ones that sticks out to me
can see why,
in my
yeah.
days. Yeah.
Well, thank you, man. Check out Evan Berke Comedy at Evan Berke on Instagram. Check out one of Evan's shows when he comes near you.